Got it. Oh, you want us to stream straight up and down? Okay.
Sorry, guys. Let us know if you can hear us. See, there's a few of you here. I guess it wants to do it this way.
Yeah, because YouTube changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happens if I do it this way? What does it show on there? Nope.
Nope. Sorry, everyone. YouTube did some adjustments, so we're trying to figure out the new.
You gonna say hi?
So if you can hear us, can you give a thumbs up?
And say hi, Poppy. Scrapbook Mama. Hi.
Hi, Scrapbook Mama. Hi, Matt.
Yeah, you're on there.
Look, Scrapbook Mama says hi, Poppy. Loud and clear. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Just tweak this just slightly. Sorry. They literally changed it. Now it's up and down. So we'll give it 1 minute for a couple more people to join, and then we'll get into
You're
it.
done?
Poppy's done.
Poppy's done.
So while we're waiting for everyone to join, we got like 9 inches of snow in Colorado where we live.
It's the sweatshirts.
So sweatshirts, we're in the basement keeping warm, which sounds an oxymoron
It's
statement. But,
colder down here,
but we were supposed to, it started out, yeah, I don't know why it's not full screen on the TV. For some reason, it's making us do up and down.
let me see if I can. Just want to see if there's any like weird settings I can fix.
I don't think in the middle. Howdy.
Okay, I'm gonna rotate this one more time. It keeps telling me.
Nope, not working.
No, it shows us sideways. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
all right.
weird.
So, sorry it's not full screen today. Kind of did this last minute. 78 in South Bama. It was 80 degrees here last
weekend.
week.
Actually, this during the week.
During the week.
I was trying to paint Poppy's little house that we built for her, if anybody follows us on Instagram, and it was like 85 degrees and not a cloud in the sky, and now we have like 9 or 10 inches of snow.
Yep. So the week started with us knowing we were going to get like a couple inches of snow, and by Friday it was anywhere between 6, 79 in Tennessee. Thanks, Scrapbook Mama. We love the snow though, so we can basically set our clocks in Colorado by the snowfall. If it's snow means it's Halloween. I mean, basically since we lived out here, except for 1 year, the first snow was the week before Halloween.
The week Poppy
or
was
Halloween.
born. When Poppy was born, she was only like 2 weeks old or something, and we had a massive snow, and she's the end of September, so.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's snowing?
Yeah.
You want to come tell everybody it's snowing?
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
come.
It snowed. Poppy got to play in the snow this morning, so she enjoyed it. We got her some new snow pants, so she had fun.
Do you like the snow?
Yeah,
It
was
falls
cute.
from the sky, and it's fun, and you catch it, and then you roll in it, yes.
What?
Yeah, it was
You
falling,
want
and then we fall in it.
Yeah.
So we enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then we had like 3 topics that I wanted to discuss, and then we had questions for anyone that wants to ask questions. So the first is Poppy started pre-K about a month ago, a little less than a month ago.
She's had 2 weeks, and there was 1 week off.
Did you make a snowman? Scrapbook Mama said no. The snow. Let me turn this down for a second. Poppy's watching something on her iPad. The snow is a really light, fluffy snow. It's not compact
wet
enough.
enough.
It's not wet enough to make a snowman. Now it should be a little bit warmer tomorrow, so we should be able to make a snowman.
Unless it all melts quickly.
Yep.
Who
But
knows?
so Poppy started school pre-K. She is loving it. The first day was a little rough for Mama and Poppy.
Yeah.
But now she just kind of like wanders into school.
The first week, she was a little sad, too. Now she's like, yep, see ya, bye. Later for you.
But so that was a big change. It's changed kind of how we can travel. But we will still be traveling quite a lot and managing around her school schedule. Speaking of that, you may have seen
A bow.
About
A bow.
our series right now. We're in Norway. In the middle of our road trip across the U.S., we flew to Europe to do 2 weeks in
In case we missed that
Netherlands.
episode.
In case you missed that
This
episode.
one had first class.
So I would highly suggest
This way a little. You keep going out of
watching
screen.
the Norway episodes.
We have, I've uploaded one, so we have 1, 2, I think 3 more ports in Norway that we're going to that you'll see, and then a little bit of the Netherlands after that.
Yep, and then we'll do a comparison because the one question we get asked all the time is Norway, not all the time, that sounded...
We have a lot more followers.
The one question we get asked, compare Norway and Alaska, and they are 2 completely different experiences, but we will do an episode that just compares the 2 and which one may be right for you.
Yeah, and if you have any other ideas or things you want to see that are more like informational ones, let us know and we'll see if we can make an informational video on it, or just answer a question if you have any. And yeah, I don't know, Norway was pretty cool.
Norway was amazing. If Norway's not on your bucket list, please add it to your bucket list because it is beautiful. It's an experience. The people are amazing. The food is amazing. Everything is amazing.
I would also say...
Yes, Matt goes, I've heard Norway's Alaska on steroids.
Yes. Yeah, not as much wildlife.
No, if you love the wildlife portion of Alaska, you'll be disappointed in Norway. Norway is much more scenic
and, like,
than it is seeing wildlife.
Agreed. And I would also say if Norway is on your list of places to go and you're accustomed to doing like big cruise lines and that's how you want to do it, I would suggest trying to book that sooner rather than later because in 2026 their guidelines are changing, especially for like UNESCO World Heritage sites. So like some of the fjords and stuff like that, you have to be a partially electric ship in order to get into some of those locations. Otherwise they're going to have some restrictions. So I have a feeling after 2026, if major lines haven't gotten their act together, there'll be either only a very select few lines that can make it in, or they're going to be a hiatus for a little bit. Would be my guess.
Yep. But we hope you like the series on Norway because it was kind of our first time having kind of a full equipment set. So you'll see some new shots as we were learning to figure out with our drone and our camera we bought for the channel. So hope you enjoy it. But then we'll be back on the road.
We're working on our equipment too. We're trying to figure it all out too. So give us a little bit of leeway.
And we're not experienced enough yet.
No, we're totally self-taught on all of this YouTube filming.
I went from up and down on the drone to now I can fly it out and up and then fly it back.
And then do a circle.
And do a circle.
Little circle. Just
little circle. But once we get back from Norway, you will see the rest of our road trip from this summer coming back to Colorado.
Yes. So we'll
which
be heading
we really
from Florida back to Colorado, do a few different stops then on the way there that we had done.
Yep. So more of the U.S. Oh, is it good? She's having a snack for dinner. After that, what did we do after our road trip?
We came home for a few weeks, and then we went back to Alaska.
So we did Alaska on the Norwegian Sun, which is a smaller ship. It was about 2,000 people total. No, less than that.
I was going to say a little more, but
maybe around there. But it was full. But we did that with my parents, and we booked it because it was a 10-night cruise to Alaska, and you hit most of all of the ports. So you'll get to see us do the ports for a second time. A lot of ones every one we went to, we've been to before, except... Did we go to any new ones? No,
we did not. But I would say, usually when you do Alaska with a 7-day, you usually do half of these ports. And so for this 10-day cruise that we did, it's kind of like both morphed into one is the best way to explain what it actually was.
And we booked it for my parents because this is like a bucket list trip for them. So they really wanted to do it. And then we had an opportunity to take Poppy and go with my parents. So we jumped on that. We got a really good deal on it. We'll do more in the episode. I don't want to give that away because we got a good deal on the cruise. But when you're usually when you're in the ports on a big ship like the Encore, the Bliss that we have done to Alaska, you are only there for like half a day in the ports, and then in Ketchikan you feel like you're there for like 2. Yes, 1 minute.
Show?
She's saying 1 minute.
Come here, show everybody. You want to say hi? Yeah. So at school, apparently they go around with a card saying if they have 5 more minutes. So Poppy's coming around with her 1-month-old saying, 1 more minute. You want to tell them?
Yeah.
Hi, John and Julia.
1 more minute.
So when we did the sun, we were in every port for almost the entire day. And especially in Ketchikan, we were there for the entire day.
Yeah, that's
So,
usually a very short one.
It kind of, if you're going to do Alaska one time in your life, I think that was probably what I would suggest to people.
Because you see most of the stops. You don't do Seward, but you see most of...
You see most of everything else.
Like the Alaska cruise ports, I would say.
And it was a good timing because we went basically the last week where everything is open. There were a lot of things closing down after our ship left in ports.
We went the very end of September
Yep.
into like the first few days of October.
And once again, I did not pack enough shorts. So you'll see that in the episode. I had one pair of shorts I should have known. Should have learned my lesson the first time.
What's this one say? Sorry, I can't read them.
This is John saying, love your videos. Booked NCL Joy in May of 2024, New York to Bermuda. Forward-facing penthouse in the Haven. Best room in the Haven.
Yeah, we like that room a
Yes.
lot.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy on the joy.
Yeah, yes.
Sorry. This is
And out of
literally,
New
sorry,
York,
this is my
that's
first
always
glass of
fun,
wine
too.
today.
Yeah. Out of New York is always fun too, especially if you aren't from New York and can spend a day or two in New York and explore a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bobby.
So after Alaska, which was an amazing trip with my parents, my dad really enjoyed himself, so that kind of made it worthwhile. We came back and Poppy started school because she turned 3 years old on the cruise, didn't you? Yeah, she turned 3 on the cruise to Alaska. Yes, 1 minute. 1 minute. So then she started her pre-K. And then we didn't do anything else.
No, we got back from Alaska, and then the following weekend, we just did a trip for us, not for YouTube, and we just went up into the mountains of Colorado and
Saw the
leaves changing all yellow and beautiful. And if you don't follow us on Instagram, I did a little reel of some of the leaves that we saw.
Aspen is beautiful.
Yeah, we did Aspen and
Vail.
We spent like one night and just kind of did the two, and it was just, the leaves were like
Perfect.
super perfect and poppin' and gorgeous and beautiful and yellow, and I love fall. It's like my favorite season, and when all the leaves change, it's just the absolute best.
Can you show us the snow? We're in the basement, Scrappy Mama. So it'll be a little difficult for me to get to the snow.
But go to our Instagram
Yeah,
page.
it's on our Instagram page. And you can see
Yeah,
Poppy
it's up
playing
there. Yeah.
Sorry, Poppy's pointing up our stairs outside the emergency exit. So yes, the Facebook or Instagram page. We'll have it. What about cruising? So John says, what about cruising the Eastern Med, Italy, Greece, Croatia? We would love to do that.
It's on our list.
It's on our list. So because we're a young channel trying to grow, so like we basically look for as deals as we can. Our content is sweet, so we do look for sweets
if possible.
But we haven't found the right itinerary or right price point for the Med yet. But it is on our list.
And I'd also say, getting to the Med with a 3-year-old is a little bit more challenging than some US ones. So I think that's another reason why it hasn't been on our list. And I think it's also a mix too on if we did that as a cruise or if we did it like on our own.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because we kind of like to mix it up. Well, we like cruises. We also like road trips. We like van life or RV life.
I mean, I'll also say before YouTube, you had only done 2 cruises before we started this YouTube channel. So we traveled a heck of a lot before YouTube, but they were all very like, let's fly to a location, and I would plan out the whole trip and not necessarily hop
I would
on a
just book
cruise.
it.
But
I was the points guy.
yeah, well, I would be like, okay, we're going here. Find a good flight. Let me know which days, and then I'll figure it out from there.
So Matt goes, I agree. Can you show us the snow? So Matt, if you go to our Instagram right after this, Emma's got a bunch of...
Don't leave right now.
Don't leave right now. But Emma's got a bunch on her from Poppy playing the snow today.
Yeah, I'm allowed a few more when we hang up, but I would show you a picture on my phone, but my phone is what we're using to stream, so I can't really do that.
So we did our personal trip. Our next trip coming up is we are going on the MSC Yacht Club. We found a incredible deal for right after Thanksgiving, the week after Thanksgiving, around there, somewhere around there.
It's like a week or two after
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
it's like a 3 or 4 night in the yacht club. We'll get more into it in the episode, but it was a steal of a deal.
It was a good deal.
Yes.
We are not bringing Poppy on it just because it's a really short one. It leaves out of Florida. She'll spend a few days with her grandparents in Florida, and then that allows us to kind of experience the cruise a little bit more and like be able to do some more informationals in order to compare it to some other cruise lines.
Yep. So we're excited about that one.
Oh, you want to show them your shoes?
She's got her like fuzzy Ugg boots on right now. But so excited to share that one. One like little hint that I'll give away.
The other comment.
Maeve says, "Love your channel." Hi, Maeve.
Thank you, sister.
John, how much time do you invest in producing your content versus having a good time on your trips? We don't let, to answer that question, we don't let the channel impact our trip.
No, and I mean, I think we need to work on some of our filming, and again, we're learning as we go, but I will film it if she's throwing a fit or it doesn't seem like the right timing or somebody's super crabby, like, we're just like, no, we're not doing it right now, it's not worth it.
Because we're all about, like, we'll never let the channel take away from our experience of the trip, because then
gotta get out and live a little.
Then you're not, yeah, that's kind of like my thought process. If it ever came to that, then I don't know, we would continue. Like, and then it doesn't feel like a job when we're on the trip. Like sometimes we'll be like, oh, let's get this shot. We need to get this shot. But
I'd say those are more of the ones where if you had to say if it hindered, it'd be like, oh, let's throw the drone up, where like we would never think of doing that in just a normal trip otherwise. Or, oh, let's just get like a few little different shots. But those take a matter of seconds or minutes. And that's about it. The rest is pretty organic, I would say. Yeah. And then
it's pretty much our life. If you want to know what I would love to do on the cruise, is when we did the episode on going to every bar on the ship and having a drink. Like, that's honestly what we would do.
Well, we wouldn't maybe hit every single bar, but we'd go to a few of them. And then editing-wise, I do that when we come home, so that is never on a trip, unless the only time I've really truly edited on a trip was when we did our very last-minute Alaska trip, and that was strictly just because we were supposed to be home, and I didn't have the following week's episode done.
In a minute, okay?
And then... And then, yeah, I would say it doesn't actually hinder us too much on trips.
No. So Matt asked, do you think you'll ever go on Oceania? It's like here's my thought process, is the mainstream lines in the suites are getting to a point where the price between that and the next level up, so Oceania, Seabourn.
I was supposed to research some of them, because some of them are adults only. Yeah. And I can't remember if Oceania is or not. Like, I know Viking Poppy cannot go on, and like one or two others. So that also then becomes complicated. I know we sometimes will do a trip without her, but sorry, I kind of cut you off. Continue with what you were saying.
No, you're fine. Yeah, it's gonna depend. Like, now she is at an age where it's much easier to travel with her, so I think she'll be, we will always do one trip, just Emma and I, a year at least. It's kind of a commitment we made when we got married, so, and before we had kids, so we will always do that as long as we can.
Yeah. And we do that because it's kind of our time to be together, / Poppy then ends up going with a grandparent, and grandparents don't live close to us, so she doesn't see them besides for FaceTime very frequently. So it gives her bonding time with grandparents, gives us bonding time without her, and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, Oceania, I haven't looked too much into Oceania.
No, the one so if you watch Hard Travel for like your cruise, like ship tours.
What it looks like?
Yeah, he has one on like Seabourn, and ever since that, I want to go. My dream is to go to Alaska. So, not Alaska, Antarctica.
Like,
sorry, we haven't been to Alaska like 3 times. Yeah,
it's
Antarctica. And I'm trying to find the right ship to do that, because I want to do it as an expedition. That one Poppy definitely won't be able to go on, but yeah, it's kind of on a bucket list opportunities for us. So that one I haven't figured out yet.
Yeah, but that would probably be a smaller line.
Yeah. So after the MSC,
I was gonna say, speaking of smaller lines.
Smaller lines. That's a good segue. we come back home to Colorado.
4 days.
No. For
Yes.
4 days. Sorry.
It's like 3 or 4 days.
And then we are doing our first international trip with Poppy for Christmas. So we are going to be going back to Norway. And if you've ever been to Norway or understand the coast of Norway, it's a very coastal village community. Well, okay, one more minute. Sorry. And the way the coastal communities mainly travel is through a ferry. Some of those ferry lines are like mini cruise ships.
Be the best way to explain it.
Yes, best way to explain it. So we are going to do an 11-night round trip Norway coastal cruise in the middle of winter. I understand it's going to be cold.
It's going to be really cold.
But
up past the Arctic Circle.
yes,
And then back down.
we will be spending Christmas north of the Arctic Circle. As close to
I mean,
Santa
that's
Claus
basically
as
going to
possible.
Santa. Like, that's the closest I feel like you can bring a 3-year-old to see Santa.
So it is outside of NCL. It's outside of Royal Caribbean.
It's
It
none
makes
of the
it-
big lines.
The line we were going
It is
on.
a Norwegian line.
Yep. The line we're going on is Havila, which is a newer, it's only like 3 or 4 years old. But it seems pretty epic. And we hope that you like that. It'll be different if you're a Norwegian lover that likes our channel or a royal person that likes our channel.
It's going to be very different.
Celebrity that likes our channel.
I
It's
feel
going to be
like
completely different.
It's going to be closer to our trips where we just go somewhere, even though we're going to be on a boat, ship, whatever you want to call it, because I don't know what to call it because it's tiny. And it is a cruise, but I don't know if it is a cruise. So
So that's how we'll be spending Christmas this year.
and Christmas markets.
Yes. And we'll be going to Europe and Germany
I'm so excited for
to
Christmas
see
markets.
Christmas markets beforehand, which is Emma's Christmas gift.
And hopefully we'll see the Northern Lights. And if we see the Northern Lights, I might cry.
Yes.
I that's such a bucket list thing. So
Yep.
it would be really cool to see the Northern Lights.
So that's really what's going on the rest of the year. So that episodes won't come out until sometime next year, but
Yeah.
we hope you like it. Hope
I
it
still
gives you.
gotta get Alaska and all that stuff.
It's a unique way. It's honestly cheaper than doing Norway with other cruise lines, like mainstream
Yes.
cruise lines, significantly cheaper. So we'll give you an honest opinion if you're looking to ever visit Norway, if this is what you should do.
Or the Arctic Circle, or, you know, any of that kind of stuff. And obviously we'll go more into that once we're on that trip, but just a little sneak peek. And again, I know I said the Instagram page a few times now, but if you don't follow us there, I do tend to, when we are on a trip, I will post in stories some of the things that we are like currently actively doing. So if you want to check any of that out, and that'll come out way before the videos will, it's a great way to keep on top of where we
Yep.
are.
Also, first international trip with Poppy.
Yeah.
Well, not in the first international
we-
trip. She's been to Mexico.
Okay, first like big
Transatlantic trip.
time difference trip.
Yes.
That's like more than a 2 or 3 hours is the most she's done. So, like time difference wise, not flight. What are some of the other comments?
Matt says, I have definitely been following you on Instagram.
Thank you.
So, what do we got in 2024? We don't have much planned yet. We were doing the Prima.
Well, we still have to get confirmation for that. But yes, we're probably going to do the NCL Prima. And then we're going to do another celebrity one.
Yep.
And
That's all we got planned right now.
that's all we have planned. We're trying to figure out the summer.
Yep.
We're going back and forth on some other stuff. We have some stuff booked that I'm pretty sure we're going to cancel. Debating on maybe another road trip kind of thing.
We're not going where it's hot. Road trip. Not doing that again.
Or we may just fly somewhere and go somewhere for a few months and
Yeah.
or a few weeks, not months. Months would be nice though.
So, but if you have ideas, obviously the med, if we could make the med work, we would do the med. But now working around Poppy's school calendar will make it a little bit more interesting because we usually get good deals because we travel on off seasons.
I mean, it is pre-K 3. I'm not totally against missing like a few days of school here and there, but I
Matt-
think we do need to keep that in mind a little bit.
Matt said celebrity or NCL.
Ooh.
We did a whole episode.
We did do a whole episode on that I will link below once this goes.
My answer is
Posted.
celebrity.
I mean, my answer would be, depending on the itinerary, go off of itinerary first. Celebrity new ship, I don't know if I would do it on an older ship. We haven't really experienced that, but I hear iffy things on those. And if you're doing suites, I mean, celebrities' food is awesome, and food is a big one.
Mm-hmm. Drinks are better in the NCL even.
Yeah.
But Celebrity has better food.
But now, also, we haven't experienced the new way Celebrity's done it. You will have a butler if you do NCL. If you're in the lower suites, you do not have a butler anymore. So, and I've heard some pretty negative things about that one. So, it's a tough one. I say go off of itinerary first, but otherwise, then I'd say maybe Celebrity.
1 minute. And then Matt said do a Hawaii cruise.
We've looked at some of those. We've looked at train-specific ones, too.
Yes, we looked at train-specific.
But none of them worked.
Hawaii, I've never been to Hawaii.
I have not either.
But they do have direct flights from Denver, so it's not like too bad for us to get there.
Yeah.
So,
well, we could do Hawaii not cruise-wise and just do Hawaii.
Yeah. But there is a cruise ship that every time I see it, it kind of like, it's got to be a different experience. There's the NCL Pride of America, which is the only... I think it's one of the only ships that is allowed to not dock internationally when it's on a voyage. It's because it's flagged for America, not the Bahamas or Seychelles or wherever the other cruise ships are flagged.
I guess I never really thought of that because most Hawaii ones don't go anywhere else. Like, they don't go to Mexico usually.
Yep.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
So that's one that Scrapbook Mama says I'm going on the Pride of America in 2025.
Oh, cool.
So that's one of the ones that, like, if we did it and it did it on a cruise, it's got to be slightly different than anything else just because it has more American workers than the other ships. So it's got to be a slightly different experience.
Okay. Did not know that.
Sherry says, do one out of California 15-day there and back. Ooh, that's a long one.
I mean, that sounds fun.
That's the one we saw that was like C day, C day, C day, C day. It's almost like a transatlantic, but going away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I mean, the transatlantic ones I saw that looked cool were like Hawaii, Alaska, Japan. That sounded cooler to me.
Yeah.
But like those were really long.
We've been looking for some, like, because there's some pretty cool itineraries that are out there right now. Like, to go, you can do Alaska all the way down to Tokyo.
Yeah. Which
is pretty cool. You can do, that one then extends all the way down to Sydney. That's a long trip.
Yeah. And
Matt says, unfortunately, I have to leave. Thanks so much for the interaction. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Have a good week.
Here. Have a good week. I would say the people that are still here, do you typically cruise more, or do you do 50-50 on other trips, or mostly other trips, and you just like to watch cruise content? I'm always just curious to see, like, what our followers really
it's kind of funny because,
really
like, when we post a video, like, they'll give us, like, analytics on where it's getting viewed. So, like, we posted one 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago,
really well.
on getting to the ship in Rotterdam. And, like, that entire experience. And, like...
That one did really well.
60% of the viewers were Dutch people.
Yes.
Which was crazy.
And it was, like, getting from New York to the Netherlands, seeing her friends for a little bit, and then, like, getting onto the cruise ship. And that one did fantastic. But I've also noticed that most of our cruise content tends to do better than our other content that's not necessarily cruise related.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just curious to see if people lean more towards cruising, 50-50, or just other forms of travel.
Yeah. And also, the other question we have for y'all, if you can leave a comment, is do you like the informational or the vloggy? Because we do both, and both hit different audiences, and we like to mix it up. I don't think we'd ever be a channel that's just one or the other. But if you'd like to see more informationals,
we can work on that.
We can work on that. Just leave us a comment in the comment section. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. What's Scrapbook Mama say?
She says, we cruise usually once a year. Love watching where everyone goes to get ideas.
Sounds good. Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. I think we're almost done. We gotta let people go watch football.
I don't want to watch football.
Well, you don't have to watch football. So, I am a Texas Rangers fan, so the Texas Rangers are in the World Series. So Emma's.
That's baseball, right?
Yes, that's baseball.
Okay, well, we just are talking about football, so.
So-
I don't do sports. I don't do sports at all. I don't get it.
Sunday night football starts in 30 minutes. So if John Julie said we mainly cruise, but we love all your content. Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate it.
And thank you for everybody that is here and watches
Yes.
and interacts with us and everything. And just watches in general and is subscribed.
Yep.
Speaking of subscribers, my goal is to hit...
We've adjusted the goal.
Yeah, it was 5,000 subscribers by New Year's Day or Christmas Day. Now it is 4,000 because that's more attainable and a little bit of a stretch, but we're on our way. I didn't even think we would have 1,000 right now, so I'm happy where we are for sure, and I appreciate every single one of you. But if you know of anybody that you think might like our channel, send it over to them. Or if you happen to be watching this and you haven't hit that subscribe button,
Please do.
please do. And yeah, we're close. What are we at now? Like 3,600.
Fizz Crank says, I hope you hit your goal.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope so too. We're close. We're not
we're
too
good.
far away. We're like
We can do it.
less than 400.
Yeah.
So
Emma puts in a lot of work for the channel. So everything you see is she spends every day working on it. Even on the weekends, she spends while Poppy's taking a nap at least working on content. So we hope you enjoy.
yes,
But
thanks for being here.
yeah, thanks for being here. If you have any other questions, comment in any of our videos, our Instagram page, or on this video, and we message back to every person that
Yeah,
comments.
we always message
So
back.
we will not leave anyone hanging. It may take us a day, but we will message you back.
Sometimes two.
Yep, sometimes too.
If we're traveling, maybe a little bit more, but we'll always get back to you.
Yep. So be on the lookout for the rest of the Netherlands, our road trip back to Colorado, and can't wait to share the MSC Yacht Club and the Havila Norwegian Arctic Circle Christmas cruise with you.
Yeah, and hope everybody has a happy Halloween.
Yes,
That's in a few
happy-
days.
And happy birthday to my dad. His birthday is on Halloween, so wish him a happy birthday.
And my best friend's is the day before Halloween, so happy birthday, Sarah.
Yep.
So that's tomorrow.
So what's this week's episode so everyone knows what to expect? Where are we at? Christian or
Yes,
Al-
Christian Sand.
no, we just posted that.
No.
one. Allison?
I can picture the town. No, it's
Ranger?
Christian Sand.
Okay.
No, we just did.
Christensen.
Then what the heck is the name of the town that we're going to?
All right. Well, you
It's
can
another Norway one.
Yes. It's either Allison,
No, it's not Allison and it's not
Hogsund.
Granger.
It's
Hogsund.
Hogsund.
It's Hogsund. That's it.
All right. So everyone have a great week. We are blessed to have this channel, so keep enjoying it. We appreciate all the support. Poppy says, Poppy, can you give a thumbs up?
You want to come say hi and bye?
You say bye-bye to everybody? Okay.
She's coming. Don't trip.
You say bye-bye and blow a kiss. Say, get out and live a little. Bye, everyone. X.
Daddy?
You have to move your hand off the screen. Yes. And